so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate. I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate.
We'll stop talking about your sexual adventures now.
Or not. They must go on, just like the rest of the world.
Hey! As part of full disclosure, we're going to start by killing some time because the beer is getting cold.
I always mess up with that.
We have Matt brought over a little, would that be a tomatin? Tomatin?
Tomatin?
Bourbon and Sherry Cass. 12-year-old. A single malt Scotch whiskey. So, I don't know exactly how the beer review could possibly go wrong by starting with Scotch. It's just a warmer-upper.
I do what I can. I know these guys seem to like your show and all the lovely whiskeys, so...
No, I was over at the grocery store after coming back from the range, and I picked up a little of the cherrywood smoked salmon.
Yeah.
Some more spindles.
I don't know why you even went and got snacks. I mean, someone has been so thoughtful lately, they're sending me snacks. I got, it looks like a poopy egg, and a bird leg or something, wrapped in plastic.
Is that like straight from Wuhan?
I don't know. Not one part of it has English on it. Other than the barcode right there.
No, I haven't tried.
You are fake news.
That was an accent.
You fake
was
news.
That was completely an accent. When I got that mystery stuff, I tried using Bixby, my scanner, and I came up with nothing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, let's not delay. I know these guys get pissed when we wait too long.
Oh yeah, it's like this. Scotsman, none of this shit counts. So while he's preparing that, I will say we went up to Dead On. Place was nice and busy and lively, and people trying to make purchases, and a lot of those anti-gunners that keep telling us that we don't need an AR because it's it's just an evil military rifle. There was a whole bunch of them in there today, and you should have seen the look on their face when they could not buy a pistol today.
I was entertained.
The look on the one guy's face was like, well, we have to get paperwork and then submit it to the sheriff. Yes, you have to have a purchase permit, unless you happen to have a conceal and carry license. Do you happen to have that? Oh, no, you don't. You have several steps you have to do before you can purchase this gun.
I don't know, it smells good.
I'll go with that full-on tasting part.
All right, you go ahead and answer. There you go. You just pour as much as you like.
Now, left on your own accord, do you keep whiskey, bourbon, or scotch in your own arsenal? Or
I try to, but I really haven't had much of an arsenal. Right now I'm starting to. I got a bunch of boxes in the basement of all different types of beer. But I'm just kind of adding to that collection. So when I run out of alcohol, I know where I got to come.
Well, not that if you wanna take your Jameson home, by all means, feel free. No, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just, you bought the bottle of it.
I know, I'll take whatever I want that I bought. I get that.
So that's.
I thought about it. I saw that down there. I was like, I might just have to take that home. I bet you my grandma would like that with her coffee.
I still have not tried it with the coffee. I was going to, and everything just felt wrong about it. And now I'm thinking back on what difference would it have made? Okay, I'm telling you, right now, and I don't know, once again, if it's because it's psychological and I read it on the damn bottle.
It smells.
You are really getting that sherry, that sweet, like red wine on the nose. And that was one thing that was awesome about that the Macallan 12. Yeah, that was a very, very flask.
Do you know what kind of price range that is?
I looked it up, and it looked like it was right around the $70 range.
Okay. Well, you'll have to tell me if you like this stuff. We'll do a little comparison.
Well, I wish I wouldn't have drank the whole thing now. And
Well, I mean, you can. See, me, I'm just not much of a Scotch guy compared to bourbons, but it's got a heavy burn.
it the Macallan 12 was so smooth, I started to question if I was drinking low-end stuff or high-end stuff. But I'm like, okay, it's got so much flavor coming on, and usually the inexpensive stuff I noticed is really linear. Like, if you smell it, it tastes like it smells, and nothing really changes. Where the Macallan was like, when it first hits your tongue, you're like going, oh, I got screwed. There's nothing to this. And all of a sudden the like leather and oaky vanilla started to come on, and then it just finished with, and I'm just like, I'm being reminded of cherry. And of course it ended up that it was finished in a sherry flask for its final resting place.
Nice.
And this I'm almost getting more in the nose on this one.
Oh, a lot more.
Because
I'm not tasting it that much.
There's a little bit more ass kicking going on at the end, and it's kind of stealing the flavor away a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This was a $30 or $40 bottle. It was one of the two. I think actually it was 40, but I'm not sure.
But it does not start off boozy or alcohol. I'm getting that almost that bubble of disappointment, like with the way the Macallan started off, and then the stuff kind of comes on.
Well, this stuff, they had a lot of different bottles, and some were a lot more expensive than others. This was one of the cheaper ones, not the cheapest, but it was one of the cheaper ones. I honestly just went by the box. I read the box. Like I said, it was aged in bourbon barrels and sherry, or bourbon and sherry casks. Well, I like my bourbon, so I thought, if I got to do some Scotch, at least I can help myself out a little bit and maybe get a little bit of bourbon flavor in it.
Seems like I see that quite a bit, at least around here anyway, that it comes through Princeton, Minnesota, as far as importing.
Yeah, shipping. Well, I made sure it was a product of Scotland, of course. I don't want to get in any trouble for that now.
DFC missed out on the club. Clyde missed out on the club. First was Frontline. Second was Gunwild. He's just been on a roll lately. Second, bitches. Fucking Frontline beat me. Stormy Coyote Sane second, really being third. Joey, fuck, I missed it. Matt Davis, finally I was getting worried. Thought maybe you drank some virus beer. Well, Matt, like I said in the video, it's like if I can get the brew review done in enough time that I can edit it, render it, and upload it all before we go live at 8 o'clock for the Locked and Loaded show, I go ahead and I do that. Well, that didn't happen. Then we went long. We went 2.5+ hours last night. And then afterwards, we just kind of sat and chatted amongst the group for a little bit. And then, Mikey, the Quagmire show, he didn't give me a link, but I'm not ass-chapped about it. So John got a link, and so he went over and was part of the show, but I wasn't part of the show. But, Mikey's a good guy. I'm sure he just overlooked having, a really good person on his show last night. So I'm not bitter about it. I was actually going to go over to be on the show, but when we checked, because I go, yeah, Mikey must not be doing his show. I didn't get a link, and John goes, well, I did. Fuck. he had 5. StreamYard only allows 5 people to be on at a time, and he had 6 people to be on at a time. He had 5, so I was like, oh well, that's okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. So me and Joey chatted it up for a little bit, and then called it a night. And then this morning, I got I gave a call to Dead On and asked them exactly how long after being denied, or should I say, it said researching or whatever the hell it said. How long do you have to wait before I'm able to pick up my gun? And she goes, well, I'm not exactly sure. There was something about the Brady law in 5 days. I go, this does not apply to us. And she goes, I'll call you back. And she called me back, and she goes, actually, your account through ATF was updated to proceed. So I was able to go get the 454 Casull. And while I was there, we shot some footage of the MCK back out on the range. And my problem with it locking back on live rounds was all due to that bent spring that got stuck alongside of the trigger. But my problems, a couple light primer strikes, and fails to feed. The bullet was actually getting trapped at an angle. And I was talking to Nate about it, and he's like, well, you said those were brand new mags. And he goes, you might just want to leave them loaded up, which they have been since for a couple of weeks now. But his guess was, because it's a big capacity mag with a big heavy duty spring in it, that the spring is basically faster than the cycle rate of the gun. And he said, just leave them loaded, give it a try. The other thing you could try to do is deburr, make sure, take a little file the edge of the feed lip, or the top of the mag here a little bit. But when I took this out of the gun, and I did 4 stock Glock mags without a single issue in the MCK chassis. And I happen to have kept the target. I probably will take some pictures and show this.
Yeah, I was kind of laughing.
Anybody questioning what the MCK chassis is capable of? This down here was my best with the gun in my hand. And this is the MCK, and this is the MCK. And at one point in time, there was multiple. I like to think that there's probably about 20 rounds right there.
This was where your first shot. Your first shot was right here. The second shot was one of these. And then your third shot was in through the same hole, making it just a hair bit bigger. And then it just kept expanding after that.
Yeah, this if you count the holes that you physically see here, this is not representative of the truth. This was like... That was your pistol. That was without...
You started shooting without your... the MC. Because that was this. That was also just your... shooting freehand.
And I was taking my time and trying.
Yeah.
These were pretty fast shots.
Yeah.
This was just like boom, 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 and I had one flyer that I pulled down. At one point, I tried to do a smiley face right here, and then when there's like 3 shots right here, I just finally gave up. But that putting any Glock, if you get the 19, the 17, like mine, the 20, maybe you do the 21, whatever you put in that chassis, you radically improve the accuracy of your pistol.
It was a huge difference.
I mean, if we are playing bingo or get those battleship targets, or that one that has the squirrels on it and it must have about 24 little squirrels, you could just I got sick and tired of shooting the crow's head because there was no new holes forming. That's when I actually started to work my way down. It'd be interesting to see how many rounds it would take, say, to cut out. Yeah. You know, if you got a target, how long it would take you to cut it out. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I know Smile Money. As far as home defense goes, I will be probably skipping putting this in it and just going with the stock mags until I figure out what the deal is. And I have to say, I now have buyer's, not remorse, but concern, because last night, SGM Tacticals, these mags were available over at the Mag Warehouse, and I bought 5 of them. and only to find out 12 hours later
They might not work.
I'm having a feed issue. So
I don't know about you, but I'm about ready for a beer.
okay, well, you may want more alcohol in your system before we try the kitty bone and the
could be cat.
the dog testicle.
Oh, shit, I didn't even think about that. Here, I was just thinking they were eggs. Ugh.
Say, oh my God!
Alright, so what would you like to... Oh, your freezer's open.
Oh, frickin' ice.
Yeah, what would you like to start with? Crazy Woodsman or the... Alright, well this is just the first one available, so that's what we're gonna go with.
David Brown.
Yeah?
David Brown. I got Matt's meat in my mouth. Habanero mango brats.
They're good. Here, I think I gave you the colder one. Now this here is from Summit. Trying to do it just like Eric. Got Cranky Woodsman here. Not the greatest art, but it's got a little bit of art on there. This one's a nut brown ale with notes of smoke and maple. Made in, yours truly, St. Paul, Minnesota. This can, I believe, is not much of a heavy hitter, though. I'm not even seeing the alcohol content on it. But if I remember correctly, I believe it's like a 5.5 or 6, something like that. But, good thing is, this was made just about a month ago. 2/14/20. This is from this year.
This could have the coronavirus in it.
Oh, shit. Well, we better drink some more alcohol then.
So we now have our first virus verified case in Duluth.
We've had them for a lot longer. The problem is, they're not allowed to share that information. That's patient-doctor confidentiality. We've had one for at least a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm sure. We probably have, there's probably thousands and thousands of people in the United States that have had it, wondered what that flu is that they had, and got over it by now.
Yeah.
Nut brown. It's nutty. Okay. Oh, sorry.
That's what you were getting excited about. It wasn't the beer.
Your sausage would look great right there.
I can make it happen.
Cheers.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, at least we're not juvenile delinquents. Cheers, guys.
No, we're just adults that act like juvenile delinquents.
The one thing that seems to be a staple with Summit is they always have what I would declare a harsh finish, and it almost doesn't matter what of their beers you get.
Really?
Yeah,
a harsh finish from Summit?
Yeah, kind of a. Hey, did you enjoy that beer? Right at the very end, it kind of just gives you a little tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker.
The old tallywhacker got tapped.
Fuck, you're great. A tallywhacker.
Poco Loco says, I'm taking a shit, but never giving it, or I'm taking a shit, but never giving it because I don't give a shit. Okay, that's fair enough.
I like the flavor in the beginning, though. Like it's got a nice, smooth,
A little chocolatey.
brown ale taste to it, for sure.
Jolson says this video needs more cowbell and shots. Saturday, you'll get neither of them. Mr. Smart Guy, you should figure out by now if it's a brewery review on a Friday.
Or if I'm here.
What is in the world going insane? More cowbell could be the only cure, says Tardisius.
That's going to be a lie. I find this to be a hell of a way to cure things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't have very many things in my arsenal I enjoy shooting more than that revolver. Poco Loco says Joey loves a good action rod. Clyde, 8th, whiskey and shots. Poco Loco, the Bible says if you do not have an AR-15, sell your cloak and buy one. Dunwell does say amen to that. Frontline, on my 6th cigar. Yeah, he did. People give us shit. He was on a 6-hour video chat last night. About, I would say somewhere around the time that I was done taking a shit, Poco Loco, and in bed, wearing nothing but my underwear, I got, I noticed I had a thing from him this morning saying, hey, come on over, talk about your channel. I'm like, I was in bed. And then he called me a pussy. Poco Loco, Christ, you don't even remember the end of your own video. That jerking off your gun when the invader comes in was a reference to the end of the video you were talking about pump shotguns. I have no idea what he's talking about right now. A Stormy Coyote with a YouTube video, a link. This could be
Trouble for you.
Could be dangerous. Yeah. Oh, it's Rick and Morty. Christine's pickle. Yeah. Oh, Christine watched this and she goes, "He's a naughty pickle." Yep. Oh, all I can say is just keep waiting for it. You can follow the pickle story. Matt Davis, shit sounds like we're closing the parks, can't go to work, can't go fishing, what the fuck? Clyde, Revolution, I'm going fishing come hell or high water.
Yeah, why can't you go fishing?
If they try and stop me, Revolution.
That's what I said. You know what? As soon as those grocery stores close, guess what I'm doing? Going up to Skyline. There's about 10 deer out there every night.
And Smile Money's right. It is life-sustaining. It is just another version of the grocery store. Looks like a fucking testicle.
Don't tell me that. I really want to cut in and make sure it's... Okay, it's an egg. It's an egg. It's got a yolk. Unless that's a testicle.
That could be the sack.
That's what I just started thinking. It's really rubbery.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not.
Didn't you have some of the quail eggs?
Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of that, actually. There's one there for you if you want.
Hey, I cannot disappoint my lovely wife. You talk about this and you talk about that, but fucking complete strangers just send you shit from other countries that you don't even know what it is in the mail, and you eat it. Uh-huh. Oh, I had a little tear thingy.
The yolk's getting a little old, but...
Here, I wanna go halvesies at a time.
That's what I did.
Wow.
You don't have to cut it. It just broke right in half for me.
Mine is much more yeller.
You got the fresh sack.
Mm-hmm.
That's an egg, but I wonder what it's soaked in to give it all this color. Soy sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not the best eggs I've ever had, but not the worst.
Ever had pickled eggs?
I
don't think I have.
don't think I have either. And for how much time I spent at the bar back in the day, you'd think I would, but...
In the day? Like yesterday?
Day or night? I wasn't at the bar yesterday.
Fake news.
What? I'm sorry, I bumped that.
Yeah. Damn, these are fucking really rotary though.
Yeah. Reminds me of like some kind of a suspension system stop. Okay. Poco Loco.
Hey, Eric, can you get more ice?
Yeah?
Okay, can you fill the sheet for me so I can get some more ice water? Are you still doing your brew review?
Can't you see there's some professional shit going on down here?
Well, there's some professional shit going on up here too.
You. Matt has to read some comments.
Yeah, Matt, can you just read some comments for a moment?
Don't worry, I got you, Chris.
Thank you.
Alright guys, I'm going to be damn honest with you. Comments are lacking today, so we're just going to sit and bullshit. Cheers. It's Matt Davis. Yep, we like that one. Poco Loco. Show me something that rarely comes out of the safe and tell its story. Well, for that, we're going to have Eric here. J-Dog then says, "You're at work." Hey, J-Dog. Been a long time since I've seen you, old buddy. About 7 days now, I think. Harmarsh 2, Lucky 13, the Brew Babe on the thumbnail. Wow. Harmarsh 2 again, the Brew Babe on the screen. Woohoo. Hey, one of these comments are more for you. So I'll leave that to you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, how you guys doing getting your toilet paper? Send us the comments if you need any toilet paper. I got some toilet paper. It'd be $20 a roll plus shipping, but I got you.
Got your shit covered.
Well, I told you my sister was freaking out, right? Well, I did a little research and I grabbed the shower head and it comes off the wall. It's got the tube or line, whatever runs to it. It sure as hell fits to the toilet. We got a we got a bidet if we need one. I got a bunch of work shirts too. Dry you right out.
You know all those shirts that I get? Who the fuck needs toilet paper?
That's what I say. I mean, I'm getting a new shirt every month or two. Alright, so I read a few comments. Not many, but I read a few. But Poco Loco says, show something that rarely comes out of the safe and tell its story. Fuck, that's like everything you got in the safe. You scared of that one?
Yeah. Rarely.
That's a problem because everything comes out of this guy's safe if you know him.
Honestly, Poco, I really don't have anything that you'd consider the two most rare things, the least production items would be the 210 millimeters actually. The Blackhawk and the 1006 and the 1066. They both get used all the time. And it's not in the safe, probably the most rare, least used, just because it's kind of like the shotgun version of the BMG is that double barrel 10 gauge. And you can pull both triggers at the same time.
Yeah, it's got a fucking kick.
And I can't even show you guys that down here because if I walked out of there, the barrel would pass Matt for about 3.5 minutes before you'd watch me walk past with it. So I do appreciate the sentiment, though. I do love the story time stuff every now and then.
Well,
but
the one that you do have too that most people that know you have probably heard. But what was it that we went and shot? Is that the SKS?
oh, of Ed's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very proud of
But
that.
I mean that's only been shot a few times in its whole life, and we shot it.
Yeah, we were the first.
Yeah.
The first rounds ever were me and Matt. And then Joey got to take a few shots with it. Christine shot it. I'm not sure if Nihap shot it or not, but
That doesn't come out of the safe often, but
they,
doesn't get taken out anywhere often.
yeah. This summer, I'm definitely going to use that more.
That's a fun gun.
It's so frickin' accurate. And I don't know if it's the action in it, because it's not a super heavy gun, but it's almost like...
Well, and I thought it would kick way more too, and it doesn't seem to have a whole lot of kick. I mean, it's a smooth rifle. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, just iron sights, fucking poof ding, poof ding, poof ding. That was fun. That was a fun day.
Yeah, Nihap.
So we can
Um,
like that one here. And I'll scroll back to where we were.
Sorry.
Hars March 2 sure sends fucking a lot of messages in a row.
Where were we? Hard March 2 again. There's going to be a third season of Bad Blood. Oh, good. That's the Canadian Mafia one. That what's his name? That was Tig.
I'll have to watch. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. I started watching it and I didn't even get through the first season. I was right to where I think
There's some pretty tense.
right to where he got rid of the boss or whatever.
Hard March
He was
2.
going to take over.
Hard March 2 again. I'm going to see what the regulations are to send you some original 16 from Great West Brewery. It's named for 16 workers who started the brewery after the one they worked for was going to shut down. Well, as far as I've been told, and that's why I always tell people, if you're going to send, not me, if you're going to send each other, because I only do things by the book, if you're going to send each other alcohol, the best way to pull that off is wrap it good, and don't tell anybody what's in it when asked.
Spices.
Unless you're Jim's damn post office guy. What's in the box? A beer? Excuse me? Points to the sign. What's in the box? Suspension parts. Oh, that's what I thought I heard you say.
Suspension parts.
But now I have had my buddy Nick send me, and both Nick and Heffy. I don't know if any of you guys remember that guy. Jeff, where the fuck are you? It's like finding Waldo in Canada. Both Nick and Jeff have sent me care packages of alcohol from Canada. So I don't know how. I don't know how it is happening, but it's. I figured if there was one thing I would never try is to fuck with international. I mean, a lot of this shit that we get, it's in stapled packages, or I've even had stuff open, like a piece of Scotch tape across.
It's
I'm like
they want to open it up, make sure it's not.
Customs has to look at it. So that's J-Dog. My 26 is always loaded and is often my jammies gun. I also used to carry it in the ankle holster till I started wearing taller boots.
If you get taller boots, you can just slide it in your boot.
Yeah, J-Dog could carry an SKS in one of his boots. Marsh, I was unlocked and loaded, but it took forever for me to log in, so I just listened. Hey, I'm glad. Actually, technically, it wasn't locked and loaded last night. It was the Miss Bomey zone So somehow the system took my show as Christine's show, and John tried to change it to get it into the right spot, but iHeart, John says, is very possessive of their shows. And immediately John got notified that the show that he was trying to move had already belonged to somebody else. So, once again, Locked and Loaded ended up on iHeart last night. Thank you, Christine. Wade, I don't have pickle envy. You should. Wade, I have my high power in a shoulder holster and my AR pistol on the bar next to my mouse and coffee. You forgot the knives.
Mouse? Like computer mouse? What
Like-
fucking mouse?
I guess I'm hoping that. Yeah, he sent me the picture. It was everything I saw in my brain, except for I did forget about the knives. Because Wade is, on top of everything else, a very fluid knife guy. Gillian, Mike, top 30 here, cheers. Mike again, just watching you drinking a beer, Eric. Need more guns on the show. Well, you know those anti-gunners. I'm honestly, I am shocked as hell. I have had Ebomi videos where you saw that. The camera was overhead. Actually, it was on a tripod. Now I actually have my homemade rig. I have a glass. It was actually a glass of wine. It was that was before I was sophisticated. I had a glass of wine. Sitting, you could just barely see the glass, and I have had multiple people talk about what a lowlife I am to have alcohol and a firearm in the same scene. Yet you never see me. It could have been grape juice. It could have been anything actually in the glass.
You know what's fucked up about that? How many movies do you see with alcohol and guns? All the good ones.
I think it was like shortly after I started getting a bunch of troll stuff, I actually came over here. Of course, I apologize. This gun is empty. But I think it might have actually been this gun where I had my drink in one hand and I kept going. Would have been funny.
The oh shit look would have been even better.
I was watching a video with a gamer, a guy who I think he was live streaming, pulls the gun out, acts like he's clearing it, and puts a hole through something on the side of his desk. Now you know what the power of this thing is like. Can you imagine if by accidentally I could hit a gas line, my water heater, and the beer fridge all in one shot?
Bullshit, it hits that pole, it might just ricochet and hit me.
I still want to know why there is nobody out on the frickin' planet that makes a nice wooden, stylish grip. I would love a grip that looked just like the one that Paul sent me that's on the 686. A finger groove. This one is a little bit better. It's a little bit better than the stock one, but my biggest complaint about this one is it's actually kind of dainty.
You could probably make one. I know other people have tried, but
well, I was thinking
you'd have to take that off to show me what the inside looks like. Because I'm pretty sure I could get the outside done no problem, but getting the inside cut out, that'd be where you'd have to really drill and maybe chisel. I don't have any fine machining for that.
Send this down to John, and he can program it in on his CNC machine. If you could cut out that inside, that's
what I'm saying.
After that, the rest of it is going. No, could you give me a thumb swale? Okay, and that's just all Dremel work. But yeah, this is it. Now, if I could get it would probably take some of the fun away. It would be like the Desert Eagle. The Desert Eagle. Now, I don't even know if you could shoot a 50 cal Desert Eagle revolver side by side with this. This is just, to me, one of the most enjoyable guns that I have in the collection for shooting. I have to always self-regulate how many rounds I bring out with this, because I'll just shoot it until I run out of ammo every single time. So, should get a shoulder rig for it. Mike, again, thanks for mentioning my TAC Pack video, Eric. I needed the reaction tool. Works great and better than holding everything in my lap to tighten things up. I've actually never used one of those. I call it an action rod. It's made for being able to do work on, like on the AR for the barrel and like handguard stuff. I've never even watched a video. I've just heard several high-end companies make them. So it's like, okay, if a high-end company's making one, it must be in demand somewhere.
Maybe there's something about it.
Crazy Scotsman says whiskey. Crazy Scotsman says a minute 4 for under 5% beer. Damn, slowpoke. Oh, see, now even Mr. Holster didn't sub-routine me. If the beer is of a certain percentage, it will dictate. So, Scotsman, are you saying that 13% beer or the 13% that Matt brought over recently, we could take like an hour to get to the first sip because of the percentile? So if it's a 4%er, it's just like crack it and drink it? Asking for a friend.
This guy.
And Matt wants to know.
Bullshit. I usually crack my... See... My beers would be drank real quick on this show if I didn't have to pour them in a glass. We got this regulation. We have to put it in a glass so you can see the clarity and the color. And I say just crack her open and let's get down to business. Well, you're finally catching up. Must have been pretty bad for you.
No, I hadn't. Since you see how much I had in here. This isn't
just a little shot glass. Yeah,
this isn't a shot glass.
Yeah, it was. That's all you put was a shot in the shot
Oh,
glass.
for fuck's sakes.
You kidding? I'm grabbing something different.
Here's what a shot looks like in it.
I know what a shot looks like. Yep, that's about what you had there.
That is a total lie. I had at least 2 shots in there. You see how it bells out as you go up?
Yeah, and then it bells back in. I think I'll do a little bit of an E.
There's lots of different levels of that too, I noticed. That stuff can get pricey. I was watching the guys at the Whiskey Vault, and they were really enjoying the bottle that they had, but I also want to say it was probably a $200 bottle of it.
Well, I do what I can for you, boss. I'm not that rich yet.
Well, keep working on it, man. I'm getting accustomed to, having a nice whiskey collection.
Problem is the ones that I bring over are not the nice ones.
Don't sell yourself short, Judge.
They're not horrible. I'm not saying they're horrible.
That's good. That's drinkable. I don't have a problem. I do like the... I like the aroma. I wish the taste kind of followed that a little bit more.
No, I'll agree. Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm bringing your
bringing
your Ardbeg, and your Paul John, or your Cavalier.
Old Cavalier.
Sorry, I just
No,
got all that stuff.
No, don't. Shit, I appreciate it, man. That's the Belvini is not bad. The thing that I've noticed, especially with working my way through the flasks, is a lot of people like Scotch, but don't like the Islay Scotch. And I like the Islay Scotch. So when I think of Scotch, I think of like these 3 guys. Well, actually, that one doesn't count because it can't be called Scotch because it's from India. I think of these 2, and they're so smoky. You can just imagine, some guy at the distillery firing up that smoke and drying all that peat that's going to be part of my, my Scotch in a decade. And then you get into one of the Scotches, like for instance the Macallan. You know, it does not have that heavy smokiness to the peat. But what it brings is I'm starting to get a very distinctive difference now between a good Scotch and definitely a whiskey. And then the bourbon, to me, some of you guys really enjoy your bourbons, but I'm finding that for me, it takes a little bit of, like Nyhap would say, a little bit of an ass kicking. Of the bourbons I've had, this is hands down my favorite so far. And it's one of the most smooth for 100 proof. Only a wee taste left in that one.
Did you ever try that one at the Booker's I told you to try?
Oh, yeah, 126 proof.
Fuck no, that one's gonna beat you up.
Evil Neil gave me that.
That one will beat you up.
The first time I ever had that, and there's a video to prove it. There's holes in that night that I cannot fill.
I believe it.
I told him I left him down here in front of the camera running. I think he was reading comments and talking to the camera.
You told me about that.
And I said I had to go take a piss. And when I actually watched the video,
I
was like, where the fuck did I go to take that piss? The mall? I was gone an incredible amount of time. Must have blacked out somewhere on the stairs or something. Smile Money, Poco, China, buying up gold at rock bottom prices. Problem, gold prices are up. Smile Money, Rocket Man is the leader of North Korea, not China. Were you listening to Joe Biden's speeches again? Buy a shotgun. Buy a shotgun. Brad Thomas, Elmer Fudd was right there. Right there is something awful screwy going on around here. Hashtag Corona. Mike, we all need to stop the H.R. 5717 Gun Violence Protection and Community Safety Act of 2020 bill. I'm going to have to look into that. Tertisius, I predict the next mass shooting will be at a Walmart in the Charmin aisle.
Oh my God. I saw a great post on Facebook. Someone's they said Walmart, shopping at Walmart in 2 weeks. It looks like the screen you'd see from like a Call of Duty or something. Guy running around with the M16.
Oh, I've seen
and
that.
all the shopping aisles or whatever. Shopping in 2 weeks.
Now the one that really busted me up is someone took the audio track from The Walking Dead. You know, the soundtrack, and it's not, you don't hear the growling zombies yet, but they show a Walmart worker with a pallet jack bringing out a pallet plus of toilet paper and sets it down and just takes the jack and walks away, and then you start to hear and the people come in and they're not being mean to each other, but it's like they're like being methodical. It's like, I'm getting my goddamn toilet paper, but I don't want to look like a fanatic. And like this older guy just kind of walks over and rips the plastic so they can start, and everybody's grabbing their toilet paper and walking away to this Walking Dead growling zombie soundtrack, and I was like, oh, it's just perfect. It was just that whoever did that one though deserves some high elbow and a high, because you can't high five, you can't touch now.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not worried. You know. So, what do people not think about? Like, you don't want to shake hands with me? Okay, go get your fucking gas. How many people are pumping gas every day in their vehicles? Thousands of people are touching that gas pump or that gas handle.
I was just at the grocery store talking to Michelle. I ran across Michelle, and I go, these people are just, I'm sorry, but I go, these people are the biggest stupid idiots. And like 3 people standing right there turned and looked at me as I said that. I said, it's true. I said, do you stop for a second and think about what you touch in an 8-hour workday? I'm at the grocery store. You did everything from take your shopping cart at the front door. Yep. What do you know about the shopping cart?
Everybody's touched the handle.
Now, produce, and items in the store. Someone could have
from other countries.
Someone could have touched it and then put it back. They could have been the infected ones. Now I'm checking out, and there's a touch screen in the self-checkout, which I always avoid, just like John Solar taught me. If they want to pay me to use the self-checkout, I'll use it. But until then, I'm not a fucking employee. But even paying, you have to touch the touch screen.
No, see, that's where you're all wrong. When you do the self-checkout, you automatically have discounts. So when you start putting in like apples and pistachios, you don't put in pistachios. You put in peanuts. That's like a freaking 75% discount.
Okay, now I'll say that probably is, and there's a few people out there, New York boys, the shit falling off the back of the truck mentality. Yeah, if you do it right, there is definitely a way to mess with the self-checkout scenario. But then once you're outside, now I even stuff that only I've touched, I've now contaminated everything I own. So when Christine goes to get into her car, because it's what I use to go to the grocery store.
It's all in the car.
Now, everything that was on the shopping cart, the touch screen, the girl handing me my change, the dirtiest
all on the
thing.
steering wheel and your
it's
your seat belts.
It's now officially everywhere.
So what's washing your hands really going to do is what I want to know. I mean, yeah, it might help, but only for you, for temporary, until you go hop back out in your vehicle again. Fuck, I thought about that when I was smoking the other day. I'm like, shit, I can't even touch anything to go and have a cigarette. Because as soon as I touch something, oh, fuck.
I would say if you are a serious germaphobe and you're actually able to keep tabs on all of that, good for you. But the average person, you can't do it. I don't care how much hand sanitizer you have, or even if you started wearing gloves. It's almost unavoidable. Almost. Smile money. Or you could have avoided if you just never touched the expensive stuff and enjoyed the cheap Philadelphia. Or the wiser. You never have been the wiser. Mm-hmm. Stephen, I went with the 24-inch barrel because it's just absurd looking. No way around it. Stephen again, Italy got fucked by the corona.
I think they were just like the first ones that hit real hard. It's going to be joining the rest of the world here soon enough.
It also doesn't help that you could have flown straight from Wuhan straight to Italy, and nobody was doing anything about closing borders down. And of course, by the time it was honestly done anywhere, you're fucked. Amos Walker. I've only been a B&E Brew Review fan for about a month, but I can honestly say I'm a fan of Matt.
You know what? 20 smartasses started a new video to fuck with me.
I'm assuming I'll see him sometime later today, Saturday.
I'm guessing someone must start a new channel there.
DFC says, I like Matt. He's a good sport and not a lightweight.
They must not watch the show too often. I'm usually pretty crunked on my way out the door.
DFC is a good guy. I don't remember.
I'm going to grab another beverage. Would you join me?
Oh, do you have to ask?
Well, you might want to rate this because I only brought one of them over. For nut brown ales, I'm going to go 6.5.
Speaking of cranky, yeah, I'm solid with a 6.5 on this. I'd never get it again. I wasn't necessarily disappointed, but I'm a huge fan of a few brown ales. Notes of smoke and maple. I mean, so they did add a different dimension than, say, Moose Drool.
Well, the one reason why I did like this is because it was Summit. I was able to get it in a 24-pack, and that's why I got it. Because, in case the liquor store is closed too, I've got a few cases of beer.
Well, I'm glad you like it, because now you have 20...
I wouldn't say I love it. No, it's a sample pack. No, it was a sample pack.
Oh, that was the one with the bunch of stuff in there?
So I've got some of that and 2 others.
Was it 4 of 3 or 3 of 4 sample packs? Some of them you get more but less style. Some of them you get.
It was 3 different kinds that I know.
Well, some must be 4 of each.
It was a 24 pack.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking the 12ers.
Yeah, it was a 24 pack.
Oof.
So
Yeah, there's
that's
quite-
8, probably 8 of each.
Yeah, that's a weekend special.
But you know, it was only like 15, 16 bucks, I think.
Is all what now? Was all of them kind of unique like that, or was there some normals in there?
I think they were all the unique ones. We tried a couple. The other 2, I think we've already tried on the show. Some of those newer Summit ones.
Food Master 2. Surly makes some good beers. I could use one right about now.
Hey, really? Hold on. Speaking of that, I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. Then we'll eat a cat leg. DFC checking in. DFC, my friend.
Surly. Here you go, sir.
Hey, they're getting colder as we go.
Yeah, Surly, Rocket Surgery Hazy Ale. I just saw this a couple weeks ago, but I finally picked it up.
Hazy, complicated, and juicy. See, I like that in my women.
The only problem is the alcohol is really lax on this. Surly, you're falling apart and disappointing me.
5.5. Could be worse. Like the last one I reviewed, which was 4.5.
Which one was that?
The
Not the abrasive.
no, the extra pale ale.
Oh, okay. Wow, this is really light colored.
Wow, this looks like a wheat,
It looks like a blonde.
a blonde or a wheat ale, but it is dirty. We like that in our blondes.
What do you mean we like that in our blondes? I like that, period.
Not really a fan of blondes. Not saying that no, I am a fan of blondes now that I think about it.
I like the blondes.
Yeah.
I like the reds, and I like the brunettes too.
I'd like it if she went home and said I got a stain on my dress. and her face, and her hair, and her car, and the ceiling fan, and her cat.
There's something wrong with you.
Thorough, okay?
You just had to go too far and add the cat.
It's very juicy and tropical fruity.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I read the box, it had some. You tell me what kind of fruit you think it's got. It had some fruit. I want to say grapefruit. Is what I kind of taste. Something kind of like grapefruit or something.
I hope not. Probably, but that is kind of typical.
Maybe not grapefruit. I don't know.
What the hell is she doing up there?
She's laughing hysterically.
Ben N says, I think we need a live stream quarantine special. Give the people what they want and need.
Maybe it doesn't have it on here. Maybe that was one of my other beers I bought. I'm starting to get really bad at forgetting all this stuff.
I'm getting like a light tropical fruit, but I am getting a natural hoppiness to it.
I did go to the liquor store like 4 times this past week. No joke. I think every time I went, I was spending like $70 or more every time.
I hate that. I'm being polite and waiting for you.
Oh shit! I already took a sip.
Did you? Liar.
You go watch the video feed. I already took a sip. But thanks for waiting, boss.
Dry.
Mine tastes pretty wet.
Definitely grapefruit.
It smelled like it.
It almost seems fresh squeezed. I mean, it's that natural in there.
It's kind of good. I mean, I'm not big of a sweet, fruity kind of beer guy, but I don't mind it.
Bready biscuit finish.
I think this would be like a good summer beer, like when you're cruising on the lawnmower. You know, I don't mean pushing a lawnmower. I mean cruising on one.
It's my money. Eric, when did the flu season ever result in no elective surgery. People when sick have to call the emergency room. Cities establishing quarantine hotels. In PA, they gave closure of all non-essential businesses 5 freaking days. Less than 300 cases statewide now. They want to up it to a shelter in place. Yes, they are overreaching. Not government. It is the doctors and those scientists. You know, the ones that say the planet is doomed in 12 years. Yeah, I mean, why do we have to do all this? We're fucked anyway. According to AOC, we got less than 12 years left.
Why is that?
Because us terrible non-environmentalists, we're destroying the planet, and on the course that we are on, mankind has less than 12 years.
Oh, I did see something about that, but I was never given a specific time frame.
Well, what video did you see? This is echoed by a scientist.
This was a guy that was really sarcastic about the whole thing.
Oh, there was a scientist that said we have less than a decade before man is gone, and that guy made that comment in 1984.
Oh, that was before my time, so I didn't see that guy.
Yeah, you missed out on us. You missed out on doom. You weren't even born yet, and you missed out on complete Earth annihilation. See what you almost missed?
Oh, I've been here long enough to see it get fucked by us.
MP Gunther 1. I see the liberal Hollywood elitists are all getting checked when going to social media saying they have the virus but feel great. Those pedophiles have no problem wasting resources while looking for attention, when sick people should actually be getting checked.
Oh my God, there's so much of this shit going on. It's ridiculous. Did you see the news about us?
No. Us? As in
Minnesota.
me and you?
Minnesota.
No.
They want to let out prisoners or people in jail, non-violent, because of this shit. Yet when I went... Never mind, I'll keep that part.
Tour of duty?
I'm telling you, shit is fucked up. Yeah, let's release non-violent criminals because we have the Cornelia virus. Yet I can't go get my tooth worked on that I've had scheduled and spent $1,600 to get done. I'm hoping that the dealerships for my truck is still going to be open here on Tuesday. I got to bring that in.
John Huber has a hernia that he has to physically push back into his body.
Yep, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, they canceled the surgery.
That's just fucked up.
Sounds like a few pretty good shows this week going on up there.
Yeah.
Gunwild, the Super Pickle has replaced Eric as a companion. Good upgrade, Christine.
Ouch.
Gunwild, hopefully all these first-time firearm buyers realize that the media and the libs have been lying to them about how easy it is to get a firearm. You can't just walk in and buy one, can you? How is it that gun shop loopholes working? How's that gun shop loophole working out?
That's exactly today. Oh shit.
Yeah, in the short window that we were there, multiple people just had this totally astonished look on their face. Yeah, I want that gun. Can I hold it? Can I see it? Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, where's your permit? My what? Your permit. Well, what is that? Is it a form I need to quickly fill out? Yeah, you go to the sheriff's department. You get the form. You fill it all out. You pay, and then the sheriff will get back to you in 2 to 4 weeks, and then you will get a purchase permit in the mail. Then you can come up here and you can pick up the gun that you want, and you will take your purchase permit, and then you'll go over to the computer and you'll answer a page's worth of stuff after putting in all of your personal information, and then that will go to the ATF, and the ATF will review it all, and if you pass, you will get the go-ahead to make your purchase. Wow, I didn't think it was like that. Oh, no, you didn't, did you? Yeah, you've got a few steps. Well, she goes, you've got a few steps to go through before you're ready to make this purchase.
Have a nice day.
I would just love to be there with all these. I mean, welcome to our world. Welcome to being a gun owner. A lot of these rules and regulations are pretty gay, aren't they? Oh, but it's so easy. It's so easy to get a handgun.
The fuck it is. Well, it kind of is. But I mean, not like you can just walk into a store and buy one. But it is easy to get one. It's probably going to be illegal, but it's still easy to get one.
Once you're set up, you're good to go. I don't know about every state, but in Minnesota, the purchase permit is good for 2 years. And the conceal and carry permit doubles as your purchase permit. So, as long as I have my conceal and carry permit, I don't need to worry about a purchase permit. MP Gunther 1, I foresee a lot of these new gun owners taking a trip to the ER. Well, we better hope they really do it good, because right now they'd have to wait. Can you imagine that? Okay, where exactly is the bullet hole? Can you see bone? I mean, do you feel faint or whatever? Yeah, that's non-essential. You're gonna have. Well, you can call us back on Tuesday and we'll see how we're doing.
Did you, a totally different story, but I thought it was funny. Did you hear what they said, what's going on right now? Everyone's, kind of sheltered in place, or it's supposed to be, stay at home type thing.
Oh, I am. I'm not letting anyone in. I'm not socializing with people.
They're expecting a big baby boom come Christmas time. Do you know what this new generation is going to be born called?
The Coronials?
The Coronians.
The Coronians. I knew it was something like that.
The Coronials, whatever.
MP Gunther 1 says cheers. He actually has the last comment when we started this. An hour and 6 minutes ago. Hey, we're actually
pretty
not
good. That's
considering
standard time.
we were waiting around for beer to get cold. Did pretty good.
No, we had what? Two shots and beer and a half so far. I had to be honest.
A mystery egg.
This isn't my huge cup of tea, but I almost like it better than the brown one.
I do like it better than the brown one.
That's just the brown one was really disappointing.
What's weird about this is it's really good. You saw me take that drink, right? It's really good until about now. And then it's almost like
that lingering.
It dries out. It's almost like if you poured it on a napkin, nothing would fall out the bottom of the napkin. But it's flavor-wise, it's definitely got a nice crisp IPA-ish thing going for it. It just ends on kind of a
weird note. Well,
Corona eggs. That's what those were.
I did bring something else over to end on a good note with. I did it just to piss off some of the New York boys.
Is this like a Stephen Bush review?
No, we don't have to do it now. I can just bring it over and even show. Show these boys what we're going to have next, and let's want to drink it now.
I can hear John's voice. That means Christine is actually done.
No way. I don't believe it.
We can now officially have a basement pop. No cowbell though. Under city regulations, I'm not allowed a cowbell.
I think I'd rate that one probably at a 7.
Wow. Just going straight for the jugular, are you?
So, yeah. This, I don't know if all of you guys can get this stuff, but it was one of the first darker ales that I really started enjoying, back when I was like 21 and not just playing beer pong anymore. It's called Moose Drool, and it's a very, very smooth brown ale.
It's not on here. Are you serious?
What's not on there? You looking for your scanner? Are we ready to get into this? Hold on, I better open up my beer just in case of shit. Uh-oh, I got the sniffles, Eric. I hope I don't give you something. No, you know what the messed up thing is about this coronavirus, right? So we were reading a post, me and my sister, and we were living for these posts because they're just fucking hilarious. There's tons of them. This guy comments, he says, you know, when I was younger, I used to cough to cover my fart. Now I fart to cover my cough. And it's like, you don't want to walk anywhere with anyone around and cough. And you know, me being a smoker, I got a little cough every now and then. Not like all the time, but every now and then, just got done with the smoke. All right, have a little cough. Shit, you can't go anywhere nowadays and do that. I just had a bunch of mango brats. I gave you some. We had a couple just on the video, but even before the video started, I had a couple. And well, I cooked a bunch up last night. And all of a sudden, I'm like, geez, I got 3 Kleenexes I'm going through. I'm just blowing my nose. Oh, I hope I don't come down with the coronavirus, I'm thinking. Geez, what the hell? Oh, yeah, that's right. I just had some spicy bratwurst. Like, everything and anything, it's like, whoa, this is a fucking symptom of the coronavirus. Oh, shit. Is that just me? Or is that, like, you guys having same experiences? Because I think it's kind of funny. Even though I'm not worried about getting the coronavirus. Personally. Maybe some other people I know. But not myself.
Oh, come on. Seriously? What's the point of putting that box there if it doesn't do anything?
What box?
Well, I'm trying to... Okay.
I got a 30mm ammo case box. I went up to Fleet Farm this past week and spent about close to $200 on ammo. Well, the neighbor friend that I was just showing you, she decided that I needed an ammo case. Well, actually, I was planning on looking at them when I got up there, but I totally had spaced it because I was going straight for the ammo first. And then she says, "Oh, I'm going to buy that for you." Fuck, I think I'm going to take her shopping with me all the time. You're really trying to figure out what that is, huh?
Yeah. No.
You know what? There's only one way to tell.
It says something about kitty mittens.
Are you serious? Oh.
I'm hoping that's just a coincidence.
Take a smell. I don't know if I can eat that, to be honest. It's like it's like it's got some spice. I can tell you that it's got some spice to it, but do they just flavor everything over there like fish food? I'm telling you.
What really worries me is it just looks like it's made out of plastic. Texture-wise, it's absolutely horrid.
You know what? I just bit into it. I don't know if I can do this.
What's to worry about food that's...
This is seriously fucking rubberized. It tastes just like fucking rubber. Like a spicy but nasty rubber. I mean, I can feel for the girls that don't like giving head. You got a condom on, you're sucking that fucking rubber thing. Like, if that's what it's like, I couldn't do it either.
Oh,
I should have waited until you were done. I'm sorry, boss. Oh,
Yeah,
that was alright nasty.
you can keep those comments to yourself.
Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, can't do that one.
What do you think the shelf life is of that? Probably almost forever. Going off of the consistency.
Oh, that could, you know, I was thinking that couldn't be real, but after you bit into it, it's like, it looks like it's fucking real, but how?
It's like rubberized meat.
Oh my gosh, that was...
Hang on, I gotta decontaminate.
I think I'm gonna need something stronger actually than this.
Whoa.
Oh, that was so gross. That was so gross.
Yeah, I gotta step up my game a little.
I'll take a look at that too.
Keeps texting me. Oof.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Whoever's sending that shit,
All right. Well, yeah.
whoever's sending that shit needs to stop.
Oh my god.
From now on, it's got to be edible if I'm gonna try it.
Oh.
That was. You know what? I honestly think the fish food tasting and smelling crap. I wouldn't say it was better.
If I'm gonna actually have,
But that was
fish in my mouth, it's gonna be this.
That was absolutely. That was disgusting. I had just a little nibble of that. I couldn't do anymore. I don't know how you freaking just. You really manned up and went to town on that fucking leg. That was gross. 100% disturbingly gross. Hey, you got your show tonight, don't you?
Christine's.
Well, yeah, but
No.
you're usually always
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, she's got Asian Chaos as her guest.
But you're usually on there with her, ain't you?
If you did a complete reboot, I can't think of anything else. It must be an issue with the internet service provider. Samantha can't get onto the internet.
You know what? That's what I said the other day. When people can't get on the internet anymore, that's when shit's gonna start getting real crazy. All the stores and everything have closed down.
Just let me know what you want and I can make it happen.
Now that they're at home all day, everyone's using the internet. Once the internet goes down,
Oh, chaos.
it is. It's gonna be fucking chaos. That's why I asked you, what's our contingency plan here when shit starts getting crazy?
Lock and load. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be the first person. I don't want to be the first person to try to level the playing field.
I'm not gonna go out and try to do a bunch of looting, but I tell you what.
I also am not going to get looted.
That's, yeah. Yeah.
Samantha. Well, that's a bit fucked. I can't survive with no bars, plus no Netflix. No liquor store. No liquor store. Well, she can go to the liquor store.
Yeah. But it's not a bar. She wants to go to the bar.
Yeah, she's that age, you know, the bar scene. And hey, you know, I've been there, done that.
No, I like the bar.
Just go ahead and live it.
The bar's more. Oh, it's drinking, but the bar has more than just drinking to it. It's got socializing, which that's why I like going to the bar. Of course, it's also why I hate going to the bar. I mean, it depends what bar, who's there. Like, you can meet some really cool people, and you can meet goddamn people you want to blow your brains out just having to sit next to them for. No, I can't really believe you messed up that scarecrow like that.
Oh, I didn't even want to waste that much ammo, but
I still laughed. I still really laughed about the one I shot. The first time I was sighting my AR in, and I was like, I think it's sighted in perfect now. Fucking took a shot with it, right dead in the head. Do you remember what one I'm talking about?
oh, the brother board.
Yeah, I'm like, I think does
That's just,
this make me a racist?
that was like 30 rounds right there.
Oh, I know. I watched.
30 rounds with 2 flyers within an inch of the. Yeah, that MCK chassis is stupid, and that Serpico
Not
trigger.
stupid bad. Stupid cool.
That Serpico trigger is garbage. You never even shot this.
No, I didn't. You were a little fucking greedy up there.
You could have
No,
shot it.
I didn't care. I was just getting help.
That's the Tanto.
I like that because you got it on both sides for whatever hands you are. That's one thing I really like about that.
See, you were asking me about binding. If it was just the
Yeah,
chassis.
well, that's what I'm saying.
To feel that.
No, yeah, it's going smooth. No, but that's just the first thing I thought.
No, I thought about that myself.
Trigger stuck.
Well, that's because.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You want a live round?
No. Oh no, yeah. Well, I mean, fuck you. No, you don't want a pistol. You shoot the last round. You got that. It sticks out.
Here,
So you,
it'll return for you if you use this one.
yeah, fuck you. Douche. I have been drinking a little bit.
That's what Saturday is all about. Stalker Steve, you wonder why I don't make it to some of your shows? Cheers, motherfuckers.
It's all the moose drool.
Oh, I bet you have not had one of these in a year.
This is good. I had one just 2 nights ago.
Like I said, got to make sure we have some of these on hand for the New York boys.
No, we don't. That's why I was drinking this right now. To rub it in their face.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's going to be all gone by then. First in the club is J-Dog. Heart Club to the sunny slopes with the little Mr. Holster thing. Then J-Dog has a cucumber. I wonder what that's all about. We got Christine.
Are you sure that's a cucumber or maybe a pickle?
Yeah. Well, depend on when we got to it.
I guess the pickle does come after the cucumber.
Spy money. Democratic governor just banned Pennsylvanians from watching YouTube because they called him some not so nice names. The names were truthful but hurtful. He closed the state police as well, so he can't stop shit. Smile money may have started drinking again. Drinking again, maybe. Grandkids must be gone. Hey, here's someone I haven't heard from in a while.
1911, USA.
1911 USA. This is so funny. Thank God you guys had the opportunity to get together for the best brew review ever. Oh,
that was an old one.
He will be missed. That was the one with Scott.
Yep.
Oh my God. He was like on a drinking mission that day.
Yeah, you told me he was a little schnuckered.
I'm like going, and you guys will notice that this one over my shoulder, I see he's, and he's just like casually back here opening up like the third one. I'm like, yeah, Scott, you were a true gentleman and a man of honor, and you will be missed. And we will never let anybody forget what a dick he was sometimes. Or maybe it was Jack. It was never Mr. Holster. It was Jack. Mike, Two-Hearted Club time. Stay armed, stay safe, and healthy to all. Gunwild says, see, Jolson, Gunwild gets this shit. Gunwild, cheers, no cowbell Saturday, Sunny Slopes, Two-Hearted Ed Club. That's right. That's right. Gunwild, though, you know, he's one of those thinking guys. He's not just some, like, truck driver. Charleston's gonna be like...
And you know what? You know what? I got a feel for those fucking truck drivers.
Oh, my God. Right now?
So, they're still having to work. They're driving all over the fucking place. You don't know if they're gonna get sick or not. Not to mention... what's a fucking lunch bag gonna do for them if they're on the road for a week or more at a time? You can't go to a restaurant. You can't go through drive-through McDonald's. You can't go through drive-throughs. Yet all the restaurants are closed.
Can they walk through the drive-through?
No. I was reading posts on it. They're getting pissed because they've tried. And they won't even let them walk through the drive-through. Some places, that's a policy because I used to do that when I was drunk. I used to.
Well, if you can't get the semi through the drive-through...
I wonder if they're maybe trying to change some policies now to let that happen. But I know a lot of truck drivers are getting real pissed because I've read a few posts now already about it.
Jolson just actually purchased one of my old firearms. One that I got a couple really good things in the trade, but I do have a regret for getting rid of it.
Which one was it?
My Ruger Vaquero chambered in .44 Magnum.
The what? The
Ruger, a cowboy gun? It was a cowboy gun.
Yeah.
It was chambered in .44 Magnum.
Really?
Yeah, Jolson just bought that from Jim last night. Samantha says, "All right, crisis averted. I got it working." We got to send her. Here, we'll send her one of those. Little baby going like this. Grandma's cell number. Right in the middle of this, so hang on, okay.
Hey, you know, so every day now I've been coming home right about dusk, just before, or go to work in the morning. And guess what I've been seeing out in the yard?
Deer?
No, it's been hiding right underneath my snowmobile, too. Like
Skunk?
I can't fucking see it.
Skunk?
Nope.
Mike?
I mean, he likes to drink, but I don't think he's that fucked up. No, a little bunny rabbit. And actually, I shouldn't say a little. It's a big one. It's a real big one. Eric, it's getting close to that time. Want to go out there and get some rabbit stew for tonight?
I can bring the SBR.
Yeah, you bring that. I'll get the little Colt out. I don't think the Colt will do it though. But who knows? Maybe a good headshot. I don't know. But that's what I was thinking. And then after I get rid of that and have some rabbit stew, the next thing is, like I said, go up to Skyline. I went around Horseshoe Bend the other day. Guess how many deer I seen? That was actually when I was on my way up to Fleet Farm to get ammo. I seen about roughly 9 deer, sitting right on Horseshoe Bend, on the outside of the bend, right? You know, that lower bend on the outside. So I was going up there. I spent probably an hour at the store. You know, an extra 15 minutes driving. I come back down the hill, hour and 15 minutes later, maybe an hour and a half later. Either all new deer or all the same deer sitting in the same freaking spot. I ain't going far.
Now Sam wants her Auntie Pam's number.
Oh, she must be really getting bored and desperate.
No shit. Sam can't go out to the bar. Well, what do you think she spent the day with me? She's like, Dad, thanks for letting me come to the gun range and to the grocery store.
Why didn't you just stay and hang out for a review?
Well, she had food, so she wanted to get it home.
Oh yeah, I suppose. There's something wrong with that. What's magnetized? The blade or the BB?
I hope it's not the BB. It would stick in the barrel. Oh, it actually might have been sitting in there.
What's that?
My parts cup. It's
Oh.
a big ass fucking magnet on the bottom.
Is that not weird though? I wasn't even trying to pick it up like that. I was just moving it, and it stuck to the blade.
Hey, Gunwale had the last comment, and I'm hitting the refresh button.
No.
Wow! 29 minutes. 29 minutes and not
No
a single
one
person
commented.
has wanted to be our friend.
Yeah, that or everyone's internet went down.
It's probably fucking Mikey D. He doesn't like me anymore. Oh, by the way, I know he does not like this stuff to get out there, and I completely respect his feelings. But tomorrow happens to be Nihap's birthday. So everybody... I'll try to remember to put a link to his channel down below. Please, everybody, go wish Nihap a happy birthday. Or you can just leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be a subtle comparison between the Paul John and the Octomore. So $300 versus $70. See that goddamn door?
It sounded like someone was upset.
Oh, it's that green door.
No, I know. All right. Well, until next week, boys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button one more time, then we're out of here. Because right now you guys are just watching.
Even more of a pleasure drinking this moose drool, but... Oh, look, we got a new comment.
No. Still Gunwild stands.
No, there's a new comment right there. Don't you see it on the right side of the screen?
That was to update my malware.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
oh, wait a second, there's somebody new in here. Malware Byte says, hey, you should upgrade to the new version. You can get it for only $29.95.
Does it come with some free titties with that?
You.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna enjoy this art bag, and we'll see you guys probably tomorrow, unless the world ends. Got a little video editing to do, but yeah, that Serpico trigger. Now that I've had a chance to get out and use it, buy it. Thank you, Stephen Bush. And Matt.
Later, boys.